Hello Aries, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading, focusing on the time frame of September 1st through the 15th, 2019. General as always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person tuning in, so please do take from it whatever makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you're interested in a private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box, as well as a list of all of the card decks that I typically use for my card readings. All right, guys, so for my regular viewers, welcome back, and for those who are new, welcome, guys. Thank you for tuning in. So this particular reading, I wanted to delve into a couple of focus cards as I normally do, but I'm using decks that I don't normally start off with. This deck is from Waite Tarot, and as you can see from the name of this deck, WTF is the problem. So this particular deck definitely does not mince words. It gets right to the point, and then we'll pull a focus message as well from the Whispers of Love deck. All right, guys? So let's get started, Aries. Let's take a look and see what the F is the problem. Bleep, bleep. So yeah, it gets right to it and addresses what it is that you may already know is the problem, or perhaps you are closed off to seeing what the problem is in a situation. So let's take a look at that, okay? So I'm going to fan these guys out, and then we'll pull one or two, and then let me go ahead and shuffle the Whispers of Love deck, and then we'll grab one focus message from this deck. So angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What messages would Aries benefit from at this time? All right, guys, so what is the problem? Who cares about who's liking whose pics? That's an interesting message coming through here. So who cares about who's liking whose pics? So take that for however way that is making sense for you. Let's grab another one. Don't be stupid, they're married or taken. So for some of my Aries viewers, you might be interested in somebody who is already in a committed relationship. They're already married, or they are taken, as that card indicates. And perhaps you're checking them out on social media. You know, who cares about who's liking whose pics? At the end of the day, it's if you're entering into a situation that you know is off limits, or in this case, forbidden. You know, it's a relationship that you more than likely shouldn't be entertaining. So that's coming through for some of you guys. All right, let's grab some Whispers of Love. Yeah, honesty is essential. Isn't that interesting? To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. You know, especially when you are either in a third party or are interested in somebody who's already married. You have to definitely get honest with yourself about what it is that you're entering into. And if you already know that it more than likely is creating a third party situation, more than likely it is coming through to let you know, warning you that it's more than likely something that you should avoid. Okay? So that's coming through for some of you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted to start off this reading with twin flame shadows. What is in the shadow of your relationship, your connection with a particular person that you have in mind, Aries? This is the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Angela from Mystic Moon. So we're delving into aspects of the connection that you might not be aware of because it is beneath the surface. It's in the shadows. So let's take a look and see what it is that you need to be made aware of that is not out in the open. So whoever it is that you are thinking about, Aries, for this reading, what is in the shadows in regard to this person? And for those of you who are in separation, or there is very little to no communication, this will give us a little bit of insight as to what's happening with this person. Stagnant energy, no movement, not a whole lot of communication, or no communication at all, and there just isn't any sort of movement towards a better direction moving forward in regard to a particular situation. And for some of you, going back to that focus message, don't be stupid, they're married or taken, that's possibly why there is that stagnant energy, because they're not free to entertain a relationship with you. Okay, so going back to honesty is essential. You have to really get real with yourself and be honest with yourself as to what it is that you are willing to entertain in this connection. What else is in the shadows, please, for Aries in regard to this connection? Angels and spirit guides, what else do we need to know, please? Void. Dependent. So perhaps for those of you who entered into a relationship with this person, knowing that they were already in a committed relationship with somebody else, and that there ultimately was a third-party situation here, because you guys are in separation, you do feel the emptiness as a result of their absence, and there is that void that they left behind, And with that dependent energy, this is coming through with codependent energy. And in this particular reading, what's coming through here is this obsessive type energy. Somebody's obsessed with somebody. So it's either you, Aries, or the person that you're thinking about. They might be obsessed with you, especially if you're the one that's already taken and or married. Let's grab a couple more here. What else, please, for Aries, angels, and spirit guides for the first half of September? What else do we need to know, please? And remember, guys, this is general, so take whatever part of this reading makes sense for you. Don't try to make it fit. If it's not your reading this time, hopefully I'll be able to tap into your situation at a future reading. What else do we need to know for Aries, please, angels? What else is in the shadows? There's definitely stagnant energy. Taking these cards a good minute to come through. Disconnected. This person is either disconnecting from you, Aries, or you are disconnecting from them. And look at this bottom card, walking away. So more than likely, I have a divine feminine who has chosen to walk away from this connection, especially if you are dealing with somebody who is already taken, and perhaps you're coming to the realization that you are just barking up the wrong tree, or that you're trying to make something happen that just isn't meant to happen this time, because it's with somebody that's already in a committed relationship. Okay, so let's add to this, guys, with some tarot messages. So angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What else do we need to know here? But, clearly what I'm feeling here, Aries, is that for some of you, especially divine feminine, you care for this person. You might even be in love with this person, but you're not willing to settle for something that isn't meant to be yours to begin with. And so for my divine feminines especially, you are choosing to disconnect and walk away from this connection, even though a part of you may be feeling so attached to this individual, almost that codependent type energy where you might be obsessed with this individual. And again, that could be reversed, where they are obsessed with you, and there's just this magnetic draw towards each other. But at the end of the day, guys, they're already taken, and or this is you who's already taken, and they know it. So honesty is key here. All right. We've got the Nine of Pentacles coming through here. That is earth energy. So for some of you, you are thinking of a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. That Nine of Pentacles energy is things that are coming to fruition. Being thankful for what you do have in your life. It could also be tapping into reckless spending for some of you, or finally reaping the rewards of working really hard on something. This could also be tapping into your career, your job, whatever your source of income is. So that part of your life, I'm feeling for some of my Aries, is actually going well. So let's see what else. What else do we need to know for the first half of September for Aries, please? Angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward for me. We do have the Emperor coming up reverse, though. So with the Emperor coming up reverse, this is somebody who could be a tyrant, coming forward with that very cold energy. And if this person that you're thinking about, Aries, for this reading is either if they seem to be ghosting you, or if they're just coming forward very cold or ignoring you, perhaps you've been calling them, texting them, trying to come into contact with this person, but they're just giving you the cold shoulder. That's what I'm tapping into with that. For some of you, this is actually your very own energy. This could very well be for you, Aries. It's also tapping into fire signs, so Leo and Sagittarius as well could be a particular sign that you're thinking about for this reading, you know. But there's that cold energy that's coming forward from that. And in the upright, the Emperor has the capability of solving problems. And in the reverse, you know, it's just the opposite energy. So perhaps part of the struggles and challenges that perhaps you, Aries, are going through, since this is tapping into Aries energy with the Emperor, you know, perhaps you're struggling to overcome those challenges and problems, finding solutions to whatever it is that is hindering your progress in your life right now. It doesn't just have to be in regard to a relationship. It could be other areas of your life that are being challenged right now. But in regard to a particular person, more than likely a divine masculine that's coming forward with some pretty cold energy, or whoever it is that's identifying with that masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a male. It could be female as well. All right, let's see what else. Love and life. And I call these readings love and life, guys, because it's not just pertaining just to relationships and your love life. Other aspects of your life are being addressed here. We do have the Justice card coming through here. So for some of you, that may very well be tapping into Libra energy. Okay. And then we've got the Lovers card. Gemini energy right there. Bottom of the deck, we do have Page of Pentacles. All right, so tapping into that Justice energy, guys, there is balance that is needed in a situation. It's coming forward with the need for honesty. So that's a second reference here that we have, because this was one of the focus cards that came through, that honesty is essential in regard to the situation. And part of the energy of the Justice card is wanting honesty and fairness and the truth to be addressed. Weighing the situation from both sides. You know, and that's difficult to do when there's that stagnant energy, especially if someone is either avoiding you or ghosting you or being very cold towards you, you know, not wanting to interact. And therefore, I do have somebody who is walking away as a result of this person not wanting to connect. There is that disconnected energy. So there's definitely a need for balance and harmony here. And that's very difficult to do. It's very difficult to balance the scales when there is that imbalance of energy between two people. So there has to be some sort of adjustment that needs to happen here. And part of that adjustment I'm feeling is that somebody's going to walk away from it. And I am feeling, especially for my divine feminines, that would actually be a good move, because this person could already be taken. Either they're married or engaged or in a committed relationship, and you would definitely be creating a third-party situation. But part of the energies of this Justice card is that justice will triumph. but there has to be a decision that needs to be made to move forward. So I can't help but go back to this walking away message, where that is part of moving forward for some of you, finally taking a step forward away from this connection, because you're ultimately recognizing that it's a dead end. So your focus is now you know, what is it that you want by way of your goals and dreams moving forward? Finding a better direction for yourself, a new relationship possibly. For those of you who are going through some health struggles, that's going to improve. That's part of the energy of that Justice card. But your problems have the capability of resolving itself. So for my Aries tuning in, since we do have that Emperor coming up reversed with the inability to see clearly to resolve those problems, we now have the Justice card right next to it. So it kind of balances itself out, which is a good thing. You got to take responsibility for your own actions in whatever situation is challenging you at this time. In regard to love and romance, some of you guys might be thinking of a Gemini. That is part of the energy of the Lovers card. It's an intense attraction between two people, a very deep spiritual union between you and somebody else, Aries. Now, for some of you guys, this is indicative of the beginning of a new romance. So it's almost like you walk away from what you know to be toxic because you are a part of a third party, or were walking away from that and finding a new beginning for yourself with a new romance. That's for some of you guys. So the potential to find love again, once you realize that the person that you were interested in or are interested in is just not the person for you. You know, there is love that wants to come in for you once you recognize that there is a different path that is meant for you. And that just comes with that first step to move forward and to be honest with yourself. And whoever it is that you connect with moving forward, it's very strong sexual magnetic connection between you and this person. And that could certainly be tapping into that energy of whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading too. That you guys have a very strong magnetic sexual connection. It goes beyond just the physical because you have a lot of love for this person. But if they're married, if they're taken, then this is coming through to let you know part of the stagnant energy that's here and feeling that emptiness is because they can't direct all of their energies towards you because they're taken. And for some of you, I'm feeling that you've fantasized about this person just coming back to you or committing to you, and that's part of this dependent, codependent, obsessive type energy. So either this person, Aries, has disconnected from you, and that's why there is that stagnant energy, or you choose to finally disconnect and walk away. It really depends on how you choose to play this thing out. You have choices that needs to be made in regard to a love connection. That's part of the Lover's energy. A decision has got to be made. A decision has to be made. Okay? And then we've got the Page of Pentacles coming through here. So once again, we've got Earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. This page may be bringing you a message of manifestation, of a new opportunity that could be pertaining to love or an aspect of your life where you might be expecting something to manifest. For some of you, it could certainly be a new job, a promotion at work, a change of career, whatever the case may be. But I do see for some of you the aspect of improving your finances. It is here. So that's actually a really good thing. All right, let me move these guys up, and then let's grab some romance angels to add to this. So angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What else do we need to know in regard to a love connection for Aries for the first half of September, September 1st through the 15th? Please bring it forward for me. What do we need to know? We've got quite a few here, but we'll take them. Let's take them. We've got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yeah. There are decisions that need to be made here. That is part of that lover's energy. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So some of you guys may have already moved on to a new love connection. Interesting how we do have unrequited love here. That indicates a change of heart. And for some of my Aries, perhaps you have had a change of heart, especially in regard to a third-party situation, and what once had all of your attention, now it's coming through that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. Perhaps some of you guys may have had a change of heart, or you suddenly came to the realization, like, you know what, this person's taken, what am I doing, and just came to the realization that, you know what, I can find love elsewhere. And for some of you guys, this person who's taken may have been the one coming through with this unrequited love, where if they were totally into you before and all of a sudden they're giving you the cold shoulder, it's because they've had a change of heart and they're dedicating their energies towards the person that they're with. We also have playfulness coming through here to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. In regard to a new love, you're going to have a lot of fun times, great adventures with this new connection, somebody that you enjoy laughing with, just spending time with. Pretty light-hearted, some fun times coming forward for some of my Aries. And for some of you, this person that you're thinking about for this reading who is married and or taken, you guys had a lot of great times, and so it's been very difficult for you to let that go. But look at the card after that. We do have separation. So the angels are coming through acknowledging the distance and separation between the two of you. And part of the reason why there is that separation for some is because especially a divine feminine that's indicated here decided to walk away from the situation, realizing that she deserves better, she deserves more, she deserves exclusive love from somebody that can fully offer her what it is that she's looking for in regard to her love connection. And lastly, we've got religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And for some of you, your faith is very important to you, and perhaps you've turned to prayer in regard to the challenges that you have been encountering in regard to your love life. And your prayers have been heard, so hold tight, because I do see things coming forward, improving and getting better for you. And you can certainly take it upon yourself to bring in the happiness that you are looking for, because there's love that wants to come in here for you guys. Yes, there is a separation for some of you, but I am ultimately seeing that especially my divine feminines are choosing to walk away from a toxic situation. Yeah, that's what's needed here. Okay, so let's grab some. I want to grab the Twin Flame Messages deck. Okay, this will represent the Divine Feminine in this scenario. What the Divine Feminine feels she needs to say or express at this time. And these messages could certainly be reversed, guys, so take it for however way it makes sense for you. I'm just tapping typically into Divine Feminine energy with this first deck. And again, this is by Angela from Mystic Moon. You don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck. So if our Divine Feminine could express in words what needs to come through. So these are words that have not been expressed, or perhaps just haven't had the chance to be expressed. But somebody needs to speak up here. So tapping once again into Divine Feminine energy. What does the Divine Feminine have to say either to the person that she's walking away from, For some of you, there is a new romantic connection. Your words linger in my mind. So the divine feminine is thinking about something that the divine masculine said to her, and it's still lingering. She hasn't forgotten those words. Interesting. All right, let's grab one message from volume 2. And let's see what the divine masculine needs to express here. That he hasn't been either given the chance to speak up, or perhaps with that stagnant energy, my divine masculine hasn't been able to express what it is that needs to come through. So let's take a look at that. Angels and spirit guides for my divine masculine. What words, thoughts, feelings, and emotions need to be expressed from the divine masculine at this time? And those words are flying out. Hold on, let me grab that. Okay. Look at that, guys. This flew out. I need to go my own way for a while. That's part of that stagnant energy and why there is that disconnection. And perhaps that's why my divine feminine, especially indicated here, is choosing to walk away. Finding love elsewhere. That's interesting. And I feel like pulling some additional messages from, this is the Unspoken Messages deck by Waite Tarot. So once again, tapping into divine feminine energy. Let's take a look and see what additional words, thoughts, feelings, emotions need to come through from the divine feminine. What needs to come through here at this time, angels and spirit guides? What else does the divine feminine need to say? These are unspoken, so they've never been expressed to the divine masculine or whoever your divine person is. What words need to come through here on behalf of the divine feminine? Trust issues. She's having trouble trusting. And perhaps that's why she chooses to walk away, because ultimately there is somebody that the divine feminine is connecting with that she feels she cannot trust. You know, she's thinking about words that were exchanged here, and more than likely some very painful words possibly. There are trust issues here. Look at this bottom of the deck. I text, then erase. So she's thought about reaching out to the divine masculine, but stopped herself. She's texted and just ended up erasing the text and ended up not sending it. Because at the end of the day, what's coming through here is that she cannot trust the divine masculine. All right, so let's grab some messages now, tapping into divine masculine energy. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What does the divine masculine have in his heart space, in his head space? What feelings, thoughts, and emotions need to come through here today for the first half of September? What else needs to come through from the divine masculine? Because he's already telling you that he needs to go away. I need to go my own way for a while. So that is part of the distance and separation here. That is part of the reason why there is a disconnect and stagnant energy. This is interesting. I laugh every time I see this message, but it's true for some of you. It says, I see our love connection in Disney movies. This has got to make some sense for some of you guys, I feel. All right, and look at this bottom card. Look at that. The truth is, I'm unconditionally and irrevocably in love with you. I have a divine masculine here who is staying away for now, but he definitely still feels the love towards the divine feminine. This card is coming through. I mean, the truth is, I'm unconditionally and irrevocably in love with you. I see our love connection in Disney movies. I need to go my own way for a while. The truth. Starting back once again with that focused message of honesty is essential. But for whatever reason, these messages are unspoken at this time. The divine masculine has not been able to express these feelings to the divine feminine. And perhaps part of that procrastination is what's causing the divine feminine to choose to walk away. Because at the end of the day, you know, she hasn't heard from the divine masculine. She's got trust issues. There are words that were exchanged here between the two of you, Aries, that may have been very painful, may have broken your heart, you know, but you have been wanting to reach out, especially if you're a divine feminine, but you just stopped yourself from doing that because you're still not trusting the divine masculine. But the divine masculine here, regardless of the fact that they need time to themselves to figure things out here, they still have love for the divine feminine. That is what's coming through there. I have a divine feminine who's got trust issues, and I have a divine masculine who wants some space right now, but he still loves the divine feminine. That's what's coming through here, guys. There is still love here between the two of you. All right, so let's add to this, guys, with some signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Angels and spirit guides tapping into Aries energy. What else do we need to know for the first half of September? Love and life for Aries. What else needs to come through here, please? Dreaming energy. And you see how it's got the word mushrooms up there? That dreaming energy. This person gives you that euphoric feeling every time you think about them or whenever you're in their presence. You still dream about this person, still think about them, you still miss them, you still have love for them. And that could be vice versa as well, guys. They still dream about you, they still think about you. Clearly, I have a divine masculine coming through here, letting my divine feminines know that he still loves you. He still feels a connection, but he needs time to go his own way for now. Time to figure things out. But, you know, going back to the energies of this Lover's card, there is a decision that definitely needs to be made in regard to a love connection. Let's grab another one. Another message for Aries, please. What else do we need to know for Aries, please, angels and spirit guides? What else do we need to know for the first half of September? Oh, wow. Reconciliation, guys. Some of you will be reconciling. And interestingly enough, look at this bottom card. Freedom. So, two sides of the situation, depending, of course, on where you fall in regard to this particular reading. Some of you will be wanting to reconcile with this person that you're thinking about for this reading, regardless of the challenges that have come your way in regard to your love connection. You're going to want to reconcile with this person. You will have the opportunity to do so. And some of you just want your freedom. Some of you just want to walk away and start over. So it really depends on where you fall in regard to how you are resonating with this particular reading. Because not everybody's going to want a reconciliation. And not everyone's going to want to walk away. You know, some of you are wanting to actually reconnect and work through the challenges that have stood in the way of you guys being together in the 3D. There's still love here between you two. There's been a lot of challenges too. So it depends on whether you're willing to work through those challenges to be able to work through a reconciliation, or whether or not you just want to walk away and claim your freedom and find a new path for yourself, a new start somewhere else. And certainly part of the energy of the Lovers as well is a new beginning, a new romance, a new love for some of you. All right, let's add some Lovers Oracle to this. So angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What else do we need to know for the first half of September? All right, and I'm going to grab this bottom card. And even though I'm not pulling this next one, look at that. It says new beginning. So I do feel that there is a fresh start that wants to come in for you, Aries, and it's simply up to you if you want to take that step forward, or if you want to welcome in a reconciliation with this person that you're thinking about, okay? All right, so the first card that came through is let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And isn't it interesting how part of the energy from the divine masculine, I need to go my own way for a while. It doesn't say I need to go my own way forever. So the time frame that's coming forward from this person is that they don't intend to stay away from you for forever. It's not a permanent thing. They just need time to figure things out for themselves. And part of that closeness, even though you guys are not connecting in the 3D for now, part of that closeness is tapping into that 5D realm where you guys are still connecting there, still feeling each other's energies and vibrations, still feeling each other's love and affection. All right. You also have friendship coming through. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So for some of you, part of that reconciliation is starting from the ground up, remembering how things were from the very beginning. Clearly there are romantic feelings there, but before there were romantic feelings, it started with friendship. You guys connected that way first before things escalated to romance. So this is coming through to let you know that you have to start rebuilding on that strong foundation that you guys had as friends in order to welcome in a romantic reconciliation so that you guys can move forward towards a better path. And we also have Waite coming through for some of you. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Especially those of you who are choosing to walk away from this connection and have yet to make a new love connection. Perhaps some of you guys are just not wanting to dive right into another one. You just want to give it a minute and just heal from all this, especially if your heart was broken over this relationship that you had to walk away from. And that's okay to wait. You can't rush a good relationship from coming into your life. Just give it a good minute to heal your heart, and it will find you when it's ready. All right, guys. So let's close out your reading. Which deck should I choose? Let's get some answers, okay? So angel answers for Aries. You don't have to resonate with each and every card here, guys. Again, take from it whatever makes sense for you. So angels and spirit guides for Aries. What final messages do we have for Aries? So think about a particular question that you might have in mind, and let's see what answers come through here. Let's grab a few answers for the collective. First answer, big happy changes. I love that. So part of walking away from a toxic situation is that there are better things coming in for you. Big happy changes. That is major, And for those of you guys working through the challenges of a love connection, to be able to bridge those gaps between the two of you and to have that reconciliation, this as well pertains to you. When you make the necessary changes that a relationship is in need of, to heal parts of it that need healing, then those happy changes will come forward eventually. You know, it just needs time. Let's grab some more. What else, please, for Aries? Whoa, that's too many. Too many, guys. Lots of answers that want to fly out for Aries. There we are. Compromise is needed in a situation for some of you. We have a bottom card of communicate clearly. And look at this, if you believe. So what is it that you believe in? Half the battle is believing that we can have whatever it is that we focus on, whatever it is that you want to manifest. But you got to have faith. You have to believe that it ultimately can be yours. It doesn't just have to be in regard to your love life. Whatever it is that you are focusing on and want to be able to manifest, if you believe in it, that's half the battle. You know, the universe feels your vibrations and your energy, and it can manifest it for you, but you have to believe in it as well. Communicate clearly. Yeah. What is it that you want? You know, people are not mind readers. You have to be able to communicate what it is that you truly want in your life. And if there is an uneven exchange of energy between you and another person that you're thinking about, there has to be compromise there. There has to be an equal 50-50 exchange between you and another person. That's coming through. And look at this card. Remain positive. Remain positive, guys. There's a lot of big happy changes that are coming in for Aries. You just have to believe that it's meant for you. You have to take action and make decisions in parts of your life that you know needs your energies and your focus, so that things can start moving towards a better direction for you. Not just in regard to love, but certainly life matters. Parts of your life that need attention, which is different for everybody, you know. So take from this reading whatever makes sense for you guys. I hope that it was able to offer you some guidance and clarity in whatever part of this reading was meant for you. All right, guys. So thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will be back very soon with more readings, Aries. All right, guys. And again, if you're interested in a private reading, that info is down below in the description box. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.